Hello Americans, welcome to Comments on the News for June 26, 2010. We have some alarming news to comment on today, some really bad news. Unfortunately, I prefer good news, but looks like we have some bad news to comment on today. But before I do, I'd like to give you a little background to understand how come all this is happening. I would like to point out some things that our government has done to us in the not too distant past. I had to write these down because I don't have the time to memorize such a list. But what our government has done, they have curtailed our Second Amendment rights. Our right to keep and bear arms has been infringed. They have attacked your health care for the benefit of the drug companies and big corporations. Don't forget Waco, where the federal government attacked and killed and burned out 86 people because of the Branch Davidian compound, because David Koresh was a weirdo. And of course, he was a weirdo, so Christians did not stand up. Nobody stood up for them. They just let it happen. And unfortunately, I have to include myself in that, but as you can see, I have changed my mind. Don't forget Ruby Ridge, where Randy Weaver's wife was shot by a federal sniper standing in the door holding her baby in her arms. And part of the news we'll talk about today, the House passed the Disclosure Act, which tramples Americans' First Amendment rights. They have attacked our food supply. And the latest example of that is their delay in the Gulf oil leak. They have attacked our water supply through the Clean Water Act. They have interdicted and attacked our petroleum supply by not allowing us to get oil that we have here and keeping us dependent on foreign oil. Incidentally, Hitler made made petroleum products from coal. If he could do that back in the 40s, why can't we do that today? They have officially set aside your Constitution. This was done 77 years ago. They're feeding you false information. They are moving to take your land. As of 1933, there is no land ownership outside of the state in the United States. They steal your dollars for big business. They have a revolving door where they take the money from you, pass it through Congress, and then award it to the big corporations. They have declared the citizens of America as enemies. They have segregated smokers and Christians for persecution. What group is next? Might be Grandma's Sewing Circle, you never know. They've taken gun rights from the veterans with PTSD. Kind can incarcerate civilians without charges as long as they trump up some kind of terrorist plot to connect you with, whether it's real or not. They can incarcerate you without trial and without filing charges. They are allowing Al-Qaeda and Hezbollah to come into this country through Mexico. There are documented accounts of the U.S. Border Patrol picking up members of Al-Qaeda and Hezbollah coming in through our southern border. Now, if this does not infuriate you, I don't know what will, but my call to you today is to wake up and let your voice be heard if you don't want your freedom, if you don't want the things that you hold dear to be snatched from you. And if you'll move on to the next video, I'll go right into the comments on today's news. Thank you for watching.